everybody, Jamie Geller in the Prime Girl Kitchen with my really good friends. It's been a long time. We have so much history together. Executive chef, David Clocken.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Well, actually, thank you for being here.
Yes,
I'm having you.
Yes, thank you for having me. Now, you're going to do something that's really, really special, near and dear to my heart. My husband and I would plan our babysitters around Tuesday night for your Delmonico.
Fantastic.
So the great thing now is it's on the menu every night.
Yes, yes it is.
Okay, so Chef David's going to show his signature Delmonico. Something worth getting a babysitter for.
Fantastic.
Okay.
So what we have here, we're going to start with the preparation for a sauce. We're going to make a peppercorn sauce.
Yes.
Okay, we have some shallots here.
Love it.
Unfortunately, I have only a big chef's knife. I don't have a paring knife.
Okay.
They haven't been toiled yet. That's it.
Oh, they haven't been toiled yet. Okay.
Just going to do a little mince here. Okay.
So you're going to finely mince these shallots.
Yes.
And why shallots versus a purple onion or
I just like them. They're sweet. They're nice.
I like them too.
Yeah.
That's why we get along so well.
Look at that. Just come across like this. Now these, a lot of times you'll strain the sauce, but we're actually going to leave these in as part of the garnish for the sauce.
I love that, and it gives texture and body.
Yes, yes, and it gives, exactly. It adds to the dish. Come back around like this.
You love that. You see, I always keep when I met you.
How much did I pay you for this again?
Right, yeah, a lot. You'll give it to me at the end.
So, regardless, so these are scallions. These have been cleaned by the Mashiach.
Yeah,
okay?
of course.
And we're just going to do a nice, this is a nice fine slice here. This is just to garnish with at the end. It's not going to go for the sauce.
But that's a simple thing that people forget at home, garnish. Why does it look so good? Because you take an extra moment to put something bright or green or fresh on the plate at the end.
You also have, a lot of people use what's called unfunctional garnishes, where they don't contribute to the dish.
Right.
So they'll stick something in, but it doesn't belong there. But this is actually, it's in the onion family, so it's going to help with the sauce and bring all the flavors together.
Enhance the flavor.
It's also going to give you some eye appeal, too.
Yeah, we love that. We eat with our eyes first, but no unfunctional garnishes. You want to make sure it makes sense with the flavor profile of the dish and enhances the flavor of the dish.
Correct. So here we have some black peppercorns here.
Yeah.
You know the difference between black peppercorns and white peppercorns?
You tell me.
Black peppercorns are the entire peppercorn, and the white peppercorn is just they like pits. It's the inside of the pepper.
Okay.
So the white happens to be more spicy.
Okay.
But a lot of chefs like to use white pepper for mashed potatoes and fish.
Right.
That way you don't see it.
See
it
the
just
black,
blends
right.
in. But for me, I'm about the flavor. Let me get another device here. This is This is like a.
Oh, these are like those
sizzle
restaurant
platter.
sizzle plate. Yeah.
You can kind of do this with it too.
Oh.
These are what we do. And
when you're doing that, the smell is releasing. So like popping in and hitting us so aromatic.
yeah. So yeah, it doesn't get fresher than this, right?
Yeah. No, it doesn't get fresher. It doesn't
All
get
right.
better.
So here we go. We're ready to make our sauce. We have some extra light olive oil. We're gonna add a little bit of this in the pot. We're gonna take these shallots that we've minced, some peppercorns, because this is a peppercorn sauce. We have some pink peppercorns as well, a bit sharp and spicy. Kind of cook this until you smell it.
Or I like to say till fragrant.
We have a little cognac here. You're gonna deglaze always off the fire. Because you don't want that to happen in your face. So what you do now, you're gonna let the fire burn out. Okay, the alcohol's cooking out. So when you're making a sauce, you always, and you have different types of alcohol going in, you always do the higher alcohol contents first, followed by the lesser of the alcohol. So that's burned out, and now we're gonna add some red wine. Okay, we're gonna reduce this by half.
Oh, that looks nice and reduced.
It's going actually really well.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have a demi-glace. This is a highly fortified veal stock. So you're gonna let this cook.
Okay.
You're gonna let this cook for about an hour and a half or so.
Wow.
Low temperature.
So like low and slow and just let that reduce
Low and
in
slow, that is the tempo.
depth of flavor.
Yeah, okay. Parve cream cheese. You can use Parve sour cream too. We're gonna finish the sauce like this to kind of give it a creamy, lightened up texture. This is actually pretty damn good. I think I added the right amount right then and there.
I think you've done it once or twice before.
Yeah. So now you can let this simmer, but at this point it has the opportunity to break. That means to separate and get greasy. So you just want to really watch it and turn it down to a very low simmer. Okay, and let that go for about another 20 minutes or so.
Delmonico, take it away.
So you add kosher salt, the best.
Yes, season from up high.
Season from up high. We're not going to put pepper on this one because we have
A peppercorn sauce.
a peppercorn sauce, and we also have a peppercorn breading that we made. This is panko breadcrumbs
Wonderful.
with
Peppercorn.
peppercorn. So we're just gonna, this is moist enough that you don't need to put oil or eggs on or so, and just dredge it on two sides.
I love
So,
that.
okay, and this is the
Look
cool
how
thing about
thick
the
that steak is.
This is the cool thing about the Delmonico. These breadcrumbs actually, they hold the juices in. When you take the steak out and let it rest, the juices kind of settle to the bottom and they suck them right back up. And
that's my kind of
that's
panko breadcrumb crust.
That's it. That's how we do it here. So we're in pan sear. This is one steak that we don't grill.
Okay.
This will just burn up on the grill, fall through the
Right.
crack. So
Okay, great.
we actually pan sear this.
So we want this going into a hot pan.
Which is right here.
Yeah.
Oil.
Hit the pan in a hot pan with oil.
It doesn't have to be that hot because you do have the breading and you don't want that to burn. The peppercorns too will burn also. If there was no breading on this and it was just plain protein, I'd like the pan to be really hot.
Right.
Okay.
But here, warm, hot.
But it doesn't have to be like smoking hot, like
Not like how we feel right now.
Exactly.
So hot, but not smoking hot.
Okay, that's a nice sizzle right there. It's perfect.
Yes, beautiful. So it's much more gentle sizzle than when we went just straight up protein in the pan.
You know, you also, that was the fish I'm sure you're referring to, but
Yeah.
this you have more time because it's a thick cut of meat.
Right.
So you have more time for errors, so you can adjust it, hot, cold, hot, cold. It's not going to overcook anytime soon.
Okay, great.
This is like 40 minutes steak.
Right.
So,
Wow.
So yeah, we can play around with that a little bit.
Okay.
We have our tongs here. Once again, I like to lift it up again.
Look at that beautiful. Right away, that's some beautiful color.
And then get the fat, the oil below it, and then reset it down.
Great.
So it cooks evenly, so there's no dry spots in the pan. Okay, we're gonna flip that steak. All right, here we go.
Let's do
Nice,
this.
even caramelization. That's the cool thing about these pans here. They're oven ready. We put the whole pan right in the oven and let it cook.
Finish that off, and that will help bring the middle to like a warm, so the middle's not cold.
Correct.
Yeah.
And cook evenly
Nice
throughout.
and evenly.
So I'm gonna open this oven here.
About 500 degrees, right?
It's about 450 degrees.
450.
But that's because when we're busy during service, the ovens are always opening and closing.
Right.
So you're losing the heat.
Sure.
And they're always trying to regain the heat.
So at home, what do we want to do? Where do we want
Probably
our oven?
375.
Okay, so 375 at home.
Look at
That's
that.
a steak.
Now that's a steak.
That's my kind of dinner.
Take off the twine here. There it is. Sometimes we forget to take it off, and that's really embarrassing. It's
Yeah.
usually
You don't want to serve that with the butcher's twine.
it comes back to the kitchen very quick.
Yes.
And we're ready to make the plate. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna build a nice stack of onion rings, what we call them on the menu. I also sell these as a side dish.
But I love it. It's so impressive when it comes to the table like this in a stack.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Love that.
And I love how thick cut they are. And like you said, we're going to taste that onion when we bite into it.
Got your bone marrow here.
Beautiful.
We have our steak. And the plate just isn't big enough for this meal. So, we have a lovely sauce, or all-poivre sauce. Smell it, okay?
But it's
So,
amazing.
once again, we're not gonna
It's
strain
amazing.
this.
It just hits you right away.
Mm-hmm.
The peppercorns, the creaminess of it, those shallots.
Save little of these for garnish, just to bring out with your eyes.
And the scallions, they'll touch on the shallots that we had in there, the onion rings. It like all comes together perfectly on a plate. The best part of my job is hanging out with great friends.
Amen.
We had a good time.
We always have a good time.
Who happen to be great chefs and a great eater, so we make a good pair.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is good chemistry and it's
Yeah.
great food. You can get all of Chef David's tips and tricks and techniques on kosher.com. Chef, thank you for having us.
We have to taste it.
Oh, we gotta eat. Watch us
But
eat.
being the mensch that I am, I'm going to cut you your first.
Oh,
piece,
thank
okay?
you. Ladies first. That's what I love when this comes into play.
Look at that. And
It's
this is
something small.
And, you know, I'm giving you the
Ooh.
best part. That is a reserve steak. This is the part of the meal which is my favorite.
Wow. Dripping in au poivre. Who's jealous? Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God.
I have to say, it's cooked perfect as well.
That's perfect. It's because I was here. Bye, guys.